I'd like to do is we'll start out and float about 3,000 feet. We'll do some slow flight, some clean and fully configured slow flight. Then we'll do some steep turns and maybe an inch and out practice or something like that, and then go shoot a few landings. I want you to try and keep your sectional with you, and I want you to find Aurora for me. I don't want to really tell you where to go today, besides just where we're going to practice and whatnot. You know
Can I use my tablet?
You can use your tablet, yeah.
Engine out, what does that mean?
Well, we practiced those. Remember when you had an engine failure?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I just might fail the engine, and you just kind of talk. You remember, best glide speed is most important. So 70 miles an hour. Then attempt to find a spot to land. Then try and fix it. So that L-shaped thing, the selector, the mixture, the throttle, there's no key anymore, but the electronic conditions to both make sure they're on and whatnot. So
you make sure those are on when to check to make sure that
they didn't get turned off on accident. So that's about it. Yeah, and just kind of see where you're at, how far you are away from getting ready to solo.
Okay.
So I think you're about there. Just want to also kind of judging you a little bit on confidence. You know, I don't want you to be cocky, but I want you to, you know, just kind of be sure of yourself with where you're going and what you're doing and whatnot. So, and then one hand on the throttle as normal. So.
Clear?
The brakes. Wait. We're full, right?
All the way, tippy top.
Traffic, Cessna 16058 on the ramp taxi to runway 20 knots. They're looking dripping gas out of there.
A little bit. Oh yeah, yeah.
They're definitely tippy top full.
Yeah.
Did you see that Porsche sitting up there? That 918? That black one?
No, I didn't.
Man,
I know some of the stuff people drive in here is just.
It's sitting up on the hill behind. You probably can't see it behind my car, but 3 cars in, you can see it.
56 Lima,
it's gone.
left 8, runway 2, twin oak.
It's funny because some of my students, you know, have the Porsches, and I have an 02 Jetta with 164,000 miles. The flight instructor's broken.
This dude told me.
Being in the aviation is not a sure path to riches.
And Twin Oaks traffic, 56
Over you and your wife, huh?
turning final, runway 2. We're going to be doing a go-around, or just a heads up for the traffic holding.
Okay, looks like there's somebody's coming in.
Yeah.
It's alright, we gotta do run up anyway. Nose wheel straight. Light controls free and correct. That's just fine. That's true. Looks good. Fuel valve on again. We'll check. Why is that on there twice, by the way? Just to make sure.
Well, you need it on to start.
But once it's on, I mean, why would...
Yeah, but just to make sure. Just...
Okay. Valve. Clamp. Right. You're rich. Get on the brakes. 100. Mag check.
hit one.
Too bad, that's the main one, right? One down a little. Looks good. Carb heat. Check for drop. Good.
Okay.
Good instruments. Crank everything on.
No traffic. 56 Lima is clear. And entering crosswind.
Do we switch it to volts? Or no,
Amps is fine. Yeah, just turn everything on. That's everything off.
Oh, right.
There you go.
Okay.
We'll leave the taxi light and the beacon light on.
which is with, this is on GPS. This actually came in. Interior lights.
Yep. Perfect.
Twin Oaks traffic, 56 Lima, downwind.
Actually between 4 and 6, sitting at just below 4.
It's a little low, which is okay.
Yeah.
It's acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's that mean if it's below 4? I mean, that's...
That wouldn't be powering those gauges quite fast enough. I mean, it wouldn't be providing as much suction on them. It may not be very accurate. Now, they're not required for VFR flight.
Okay.
But if it was really low, we would check them. The vacuum pump could be getting a little older as well.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the last time we just flew this plane a few days ago, it was right on. Like 5.
Yeah. 9.5 miles west, inbound runway 02.
There's some.
It's descending through 2,700 feet.
9.5 to the west. So think about and listen to them. And then there's that Grumman that did a go around. So it's even while I know you're busy doing your run up, but just
pay attention to what we would have.
Traffic, 56 Lima,
on the downwind there.
turning base, runway 2, Twin
turning
Oaks.
base. Yep. So yeah.
Check. 3.
Twin Oaks, Charlie, Cessna 210, Yankee taxi, departure runway, run up there, Twin Oaks.
It's right there, right?
Yep.
Twin Oaks traffic, 56 Lima, turning final, Twin Oaks, runway 2, full stop.
Do we mess with get this going yet?
Sure.
Okay. So we agree, which is enter. Okay.
Now the scale, it's zoomed in a lot, so go out on the range there a couple clicks, just so you can see a little bit more, maybe even another click.
Okay.
There you go. And you could put in direct Aurora if you want. So just like on your tablet, B with the arrow through it is direct to.
Which one?
The very bottom one, yeah. And now there's recent. Well, you could also hit the nearest button as well.
Recent would be Logan, Colorado.
Well, if you go with the arrow over there to recent
I
on
see.
the top tab. Or you could go nearest NRST.
And then you scroll through how going which way? How do you scroll through that?
Well, try nearest. There you go. Now this only works for close airports. But we could go. And then just go enter. There you go.
Okay. And then when we're ready for it, it'll be there.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, it sounds like a Grumman.
Twin Oaks traffic, 56 Lima, clear the active, taxi to the hangars.
That's us, right?
Cool, alright.
Twin Oaks traffic, Cessna 16058, departing runway 20, Twin Oaks.
It is a busy day, a lot of planes out. Then you rearranging the lounge in there.
I know.
It's pretty fancy in there now. It looks like a restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. We ready?
Alright, yep, looks good.
Okay. Feet on the floor, full throttle. Oh, that's too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Going to 3.5 miles west, turning at 45 for downwind runway 02, full stop at Twin Oaks.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058, about 4.5 miles to the west, crossing runway west to east, Aurora.
What altitude did you say?
About 3,000 feet.
There's a helicopter right there.
Oh yeah, there he is.
He's probably coming into Aurora.
Yeah, there's a good chance of it.
I'm going to do a dual midfield cross. I've got traffic on the left downwind inside Aurora.
That's a helicopter that just made the call. So yeah, you.
Oh, traffic 7284 Mike, clear the active Aurora.
So it's good. You're starting to listen to traffic and figuring out who else is sharing the sky with you. You know. Very good.
Aurora traffic, helicopter 4097 Lima, about a mile and a half.
That helicopter's cool. Just
inbound.
Yeah, you can really see it
flipping off the blades.
Yeah, sun coming off of the blades.
So, The helicopters, I mean, you said he's going to be on a left downwind, so helicopters have to follow the same?
No, they typically fly a lower pattern, typically about 500 feet. Sometimes they don't follow the pattern, sometimes they follow their own pattern.
Alright, traffic helicopter 4097, main was a half mile to the west. Going to cross midfield at 700 and turn around and go back to Newburgh. Aurora traffic.
Oh, so he's not even landing.
I don't understand why he's just crossing the midfield and then turning around.
Yeah,
That's kind of a...
Why didn't he just do it now?
I probably wouldn't do that if I were in his shoes, but...
Maybe he just needs practice.
To each their own. Alright, I think we're kind of away from the area a little bit.
Okay.
So let's do some slow flight.
Okay.
We'll do some clean configuration slow flight first.
Okay. 1500.
And do not lose altitude. Try and stay right at 3,000 feet. That's what you started at, that's what you want to end at.
Okay.
This is a really good time to have an engine failure, because you might have ice up your carb. With those low power settings, the ice can build up undetected. There you go. And let's try and stay right at 3,000 feet. I want you to be really hard on yourself. 3,000 feet. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So add some power, get right back up to 3,000 feet. Now here's something you haven't noticed. You've been turning right the entire time. Well, let's go turn back to the left. Let's pick a mountain.
Okay.
And stick with it. It's subtle. It's very, very sneaky. But you've actually been sneaking to the right. Let's go get ourselves out to 3,000 feet here. And I want to see if you can fly this thing like 55 miles an hour. Just relax. Chill. Maybe add a little bit of power to arrest that descent. There you go. Alright, now whenever you're ready, let's go make sure we're the only aluminum in the sky. Do a few clearing turns.
Okay.
Let's clear to the right.
Clear to the right.
And I'll look out my way, you look out your way. And then try and stay at 3,000 feet. You may have to add a little bit of power. Lots of that right rudder pedal in a right-handed turn.
So now traffic 7284 Mike on 45 for left downwind, runway 02 on high.
You're on Aurora frequency.
Thank you.
Hello, traffic. Aero 255 Sierra Kilo.
Alright,
Good. To the southwest.
Left.
Heading north to the river.
Nose up as
for
you
the
turn.
45 or runway 35.
Roll the bubble for a minute. There you go. Now here's the thing, is I would just raise your nose more instead of adding all this power, because now we're actually not in slow flight anymore.
Oh yeah, we're doing 70.
70, so right about 55. Now I want you to try and fly it as slow as it'll possibly go, right before it stalls.
Okay.
So just pull some of that power back and get her slowed up. I bet you it'll fly at like 45. That's my guess. Both the more coordinated you are, the slower it'll fly as well.
Traffic 11, 269 Alpha Mike, final runway 35, full stop Aurora.
You still want to maintain 3,000?
Yep. That's just a warning horn. It's not a stall, just a warning horn. Alright, cool. Whenever you're ready, we'll just pull some power back and we'll do a stall.
Okay.
Full recovery. And we'll just let the nose drop when you do it so it's realistic.
Okay.
Make sure you always want to do these completely at idle. You don't want to have any power in it.
Okay. So the power's all the way out.
Let the nose drop.
Drop.
Pretend you're on final. Let the nose drop. It's okay.
Okay.
Stay going at that mountain. No right or left turns here. And we'll stretch it up and stall. Keep pulling. You gotta pull more because you don't have much elevator authority anymore. There it is. Well, alright. Get full power, then carb heat. And raise your nose. Don't dive. Keep climbing. You want to don't dive that much. You want to minimize your altitude loss. A little bit of that right-handed rudder in this climb here. There you go. Good. Let's try that again, but we'll be a little bit quicker about it. So we'll just go for carb heat.
Okay. Do we get full 3,000 or you
Okay, right here. You're okay right here.
Okay.
Yep.
Right now you said?
Yep, right now.
Okay.
Yep, we'll pour carb heat.
Carb heat.
We'll go power all the way to idle. We'll let it drop and we'll do another stall.
Hello, traffic. Aero 255 Sierra Kilo.
Nose drop.
4 miles
back.
to the west over the river. Maneuvering for the 45 for runway 35. Aurora traffic.
Keep pulling. Put yourself out of your mystery. That's too much rudder, by the way. There you go. Then a full power carb heat. Climb, climb, climb. There you go. Good. All right. Whenever you're ready, let's try a power on stall.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay.
The main thing is to make them realistic. You don't want to just go at 100 miles an hour, jam the power in, and yank it back and stall it.
Okay, so talk me through this one because I've only done the one.
Okay.
So
get slowed up to a realistic speed that you would be at, which is probably about 70 miles an hour on a climb out.
Okay.
So what I would do is pull your carb heat, pull your power back to about 1800 or so. Raise your nose and not let it drop so that you can keep it slowing down. Now as it dips below 70 like it is right now, smoothly apply full power. I'm going to listen to Skydive Oregon's because we're right over Skydive Oregon. Would be fun to hit a beam missile today. Alright, and let's go ahead, add full power and then just stretch it back and do your stall.
Let's go here.
A little bit of right rudder. Now look outside, don't look at those stupid gauges, look at the nose. And just start stretching it back. And then looking at the nose, that's all I'm looking at. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. There it is. Whoa. No big deal. Lower the nose. And now climb. Don't dive. Up and away.
those power on stalls are just wild. It's like a roller coaster, you know, right before you go over the top.
Let's try another. You're going slow enough, so just pull the nose back.
Pull the nose back now? Pull the carb heat out?
Yeah, you don't need to. But you're not going to decrease the power.
Okay.
I know you did before because you were at low power to get slowed up.
Okay. Alright, there's some right rudder here.
Just look outside. You can feel what's cockeyed or not. This is pretty straight. This is pretty good. Keep pulling. There it is. Good. Lower your nose. And then right back up you go. No big deal. These are great.
Yeah, they're fun. They're just...
Let me show you something.
I'm afraid of you showing me something.
So here's the thing: is you got to be careful. Why do I always tell you to do them slow?
Toledo traffic trampoline.
Like have it be realistic. Why would you not want to be at 100 and just jam the power in and yank it back? Oh, because you have so much energy that you have to dissipate. It would be really violent.
Okay.
So let's say we're cruising along normal, and you don't slow up and make it realistic, because how many times does anybody ever take off and they're at 100 and they're like, add full power, yank back and stall? It never happens, right? It's always on a climb out from a runway or something. So let's say we're at 100 and we'll go ahead. You're okay. This is why you don't do a mat like that. Look at.
Whoa.
And when you do end up stalling, it's kind of violent.
Whoa.
So it's not anything crazy, but you don't want to do that.
That's not crazy? That was pretty crazy.
I went and did spins in this airplane a couple days ago. I won't do those today.
I appreciate it.
7846 November.
So you can see why you want to be slow before you do it. Because it'll just stand on its tail, stall, and brake over hard. You can see, you felt it brake over.
Yeah, that's way more, that's even closer to a roller coaster. My plane.
You got it back. You're right back. So it's no big deal. You did great. Those are fine. The main thing is if it wanted to spin, you just step on opposite rudder. So if it wanted to spin to the left, you step to the right, right?
That's what happened that one time when I did that stall.
Exactly. And you can see the start of a spin. If you want, I can show you the start of one. We won't do a whole spin, but I'll show you. The area is still nice and clear. So let's say you stalled it. This is going to be gentle. Don't worry.
Okay.
But let's say you didn't do your feet right. In fact, watch my feet. I'm going to use none. This should feel
left downwind, 02,
odd right now. You should be like, man, this feels goofy. You feel that? It doesn't feel straight, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So let's say I did my stall.
Planning to enter the
It'll stall, but then watch.
Oh, yeah. That's weird.
Well, it won't even do it. This thing's so docile. Here, I'll do a stall. Sorry, I don't want to make you sick.
Too late.
Oh, yeah?
I'm just kidding.
So if you stalled and you spun, it would do this.
Oh,
See that?
Yep. Traffic.
It'll
Now
whip
spin to the
over.
right so you get left rudder.
November.
Yep.
At the number 0.
That's all I did. Was step it straight, and you're good to go. So, all right, enough of that. So you got the airplane back.
Now that I'm getting dizzy.
Sorry, man.
Airplane.
So, yep, your airplane. So now for all that, we're good with that. Let's go do a few landings. How's that sound? So that's to teach you, like, if you ever got in a spin on accident, the thing you got to remember is step opposite rudder in, pull the power out, lower the nose to break the stall, and just fly away. You don't want to just freeze, you know. And in fact, this airplane, these are so docile, the best thing you could probably do is just to let go. Because it'll come out of the spin.
4 miles to the
Now, some big high-performance airplane, this one definitely would.
We'll stop.
So, all right, cool.
Let's get back to Aurora.
Just regular flying now. So yeah, let's go to Aurora. Take your time, too. We got plenty of time. No rush.
That was great.